Welcome back to Let's Go, and today I'm going to show you how to change out the Sharkset suspension springs. If you want to get hold of this suspension, please check out the description and there will be a coupon in there for $10 off your order. It's a very simple swap out. You only need to use one tool, which is the 5mm Allen key that comes in the kit when you buy it. Check out the link here on the unboxing of this suspension. I'm still currently testing it, and I'm swapping over the springs to see if that makes a difference to the ride at all whilst I'm out there. I am under 90 kilos, and the medium ones are rated for 90 kilos to 100 kilos, and then the hard ones are rated from 100 kilos and up. I'm swapping out for the medium ones today so that I can basically test those, see if they're a little bit better on the road. The soft spring suspensions are actually really nice, and they're comfortable and they take up all the bumps, but for slightly higher speeds you want a bit more of a stiffer suspension. So we're going to see how that works on the road. So let's get started. So we're just going to undo the two bolts on the side here. Before we pull off the suspension, just make sure that we undo or untighten the spring. It'll be a little bit harder if you take it off and then don't do it. So we're just going to untighten the spring. Brilliant, so that's now loose. We can now take off the suspension. So once the spring is off, we're simply going to take off one of these plastic bits at the top here. It helps if you've got a little screwdriver that you can just pry it off with. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and take out the barrel there. We can take off the top and then take out the spring. I'm going to pop the medium spring in. And then we're going to pop the collar back on, make sure we got the threads the right way. There's a little lip that faces down. I found that if you pull it down a little bit with your fingers like so, you can get a bit of leverage to get the spring on and to tighten it up. Brilliant, so that's on. We're now going to pop it back onto the scooter. So collar back through, the plastic washer back on, and this is the tricky bit because we're going to try and compress it a little bit just to get it on. And that's gone on absolutely fine. There we go. Because these are new, they still have a lot of the thread locker on there, so I'm just going to reuse it with the thread locker that's there, because I'm going to switch out the springs again in a couple of days. But I recommend putting a little bit of extra thread locker on it if you're keeping the springs on there. So we're just going to pop that in. And we're going to go essentially hand tight and then an extra little bit. Brilliant. We'll do the other side and then we'll be right back. Right, so now we're back. I've done the other side. We've got both medium springs in, and basically what we're going to do is compress them a little bit and make sure that these are set at the right height. There's no real science to this, it's just feel it, and if you remember when you first got it, they were down about 3 or 4 threads. So to do that, we're going to count the threads out as we go, but I find that if you do both at the same time, the same amount of distance, you should be fine. They're never going to be exact, but we can try to line them up. So That looks pretty good to me. Have a little bounce. Oh yeah, automatically I feel they are much firmer. So it's going to be better for high speed. Perfect. So if you'd like to get hold of a Sharkset suspension, the link is in the description along with the coupon to get $10 off. There aren't many coupons left, so please hurry up. And I've just had a thought whilst we're at it. The soft spring suspension and the rear one, should I change it? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.